everybody, welcome to another episode of Eat It Anyway. If you're like me and you don't have a fire pit but you're craving s'mores, I've got the perfect solution for you. Today we're going to make s'more cookies. I found this recipe on Facebook. I belong to this group. It's called, I think it's like Wedding Cookie Table, something like that. But yeah, they share all kinds of recipes, and this is one that I just saw this morning that I have to give a shot. I'm a big fan of peanut blossoms, and this is a variation of that. So let's grab our aprons. I've got mine right here. You guys got yours? Oh, stepping on it. All right, let's get cooking. You also might notice that Queen's sitting in the background. We've got a picnic tomorrow, and so yeah, they're over for the weekend. Say hi, Queen.
Hello.
So like so many other of my cooking videos, we're going to preheat the oven. This time it's to 350. All right, so let's get into our ingredients. So the first thing is first, I did 1 cup of graham cracker pieces. And here's the thing with this. Josh taught me this very special technique for crushing things up. You get your bowl, right, nice and small. And then you get your little glass. Josh, what kind of glass is this? Tumbler glass?
Rocks glass.
Racks?
Rocks.
Rocks glass, guys. You want to use a rocks glass. You just want to crush things up. It's like, what are those called? A pistol and a thing?
Mortar and pestle. Mortar
and pestle. We're learning a lot today. You just want to crush this up just like you're using one of those things. So that's how I'm going to do those. Next we got, so you're going to want to use 1 cup. I just did 2 servings. We'll see how that turns out. Next we got 1/2 cup of light butter. 3/4 cup of brown sugar. This is light brown sugar. This is the Swerve Ultimate Sugar Replacement. So this is 0 calorie. Then we have 1/4 cup of Stevia. Then we have 1 large egg. 1 teaspoon of vanilla. I didn't measure it out yet. I'll do that later. 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. So that's up here. 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. Then we have 1 teaspoon of baking powder right over here. Then we have 1/2 teaspoon of salt. 1 3/4 cup of flour. Guys, I don't always use flour, but when I do, I get it all over the place. I'm sure you guys do too, right? Seems to go everywhere. This says 12 to 16 marshmallows and 24 to 32 Hershey's Kisses. All right, so this is gonna be like the tale of 2 mixtures. We're gonna have a wet mixture and then a dry mixture. So go ahead and grab 2 bowls. I have mine over here. You see them? Right there. All right, so we're gonna start out with our wet bowl. So that means we're gonna use our butter. I'll mix this in here. There we go. I like to use my little handy dandy spatula. If you've watched my videos before, you know this spatula well. I like to get every last bit. All right, so there's our butter. That's looking good. Then we're gonna use our stevia, or our sugar, and our brown sugar. Ooh. That one's kind of thicker and made a little bit of a thud. That's fine. So we're just gonna mix this up. I'm just gonna use a spoon, I guess. And it says to mix this up until it's smooth. So here we go. All right, I think that's pretty smooth. Here's how we're looking. Whoa. All right, so I'm gonna add in next the vanilla and an egg. Okay, so here I have 1 tablespoon of vanilla. Just poured that in. And now I'm gonna put in 1 egg. Whoop. Very goopy. All right, so I'm just gonna mix this up. Done. Okay, so now that all of the wet ingredients are all mixed together, I'm gonna swap out this bowl for this bowl, which is slightly smaller, but is what we will use to mix all of our dry ingredients. So I'm gonna grab the flour, baking soda, baking powder. I'm just gonna dump them in as I go. Whoa. Did I say baking soda last time? This is baking powder. This is salt. Anything else? Oh, graham crackers. All right, so here I am crushing this up. I switched to a bigger bowl because it was going everywhere and I didn't want to make a mess. So I'm trying to get it as fine as possible, and it's really coming along. And it sounds really cool too. All right, so here are the crushed up grams. Check them out. Pretty smooth, little chunky, it's whatever. And I'm just gonna put this in our dry bowl. And I'm gonna use some kind of spoon or something. Do you guys ever do that? I do it all the time. I get out a utensil and then I lose it. And so then I have to get out another utensil. And then I have twice as much stuff to wash afterwards. It's the worst. All right, here's the mix. I didn't show you me mixing it, but here's what it looks like. And here's me mixing it. All right, so we have like dinner reservations. Like I said, my parents are in town. It's the 4th of July. We got stuff going on. And I waited until the last minute to do this. So we're gonna take a little break. I'm gonna put some saran wrap over these. I canceled our oven and we'll be back shortly to form our cookie balls and to put our marshmallows and Hershey Kisses on there. We'll be back. Stay tuned. And we're back. Sorry to leave, but I'm ready to get back to it. So let's grab the wet mixture from the fridge. We got Chinese food, by the way. It was fantastic. We had a blast. So here are our wet ingredients. Here's what it looks like. We're only gone a few hours, so it should be all right. And now here are our dry ingredients. So all we have to do is mix this up until we get a dough. Here we go. Empty. I'm going to get my handy dandy spatula. Here's our mixture. I'm just going to mix it up just like this until we get a nice thick dough. It's very, very smooth. Okay, so here's what the dough is looking like right now. There's the oven just beeped. It's now at 350 degrees. So let's roll these into balls and get them on a cookie sheet. So I've lined my cookie sheets with parchment paper. You can see them here. And now I have an ice cream scoop to measure out my my cookie balls. This will make them nice and even. So let's kind of just do them like this. You know what? I'm gonna get a knife just to even them out. So let's see how this works. Whoa. Okay. Do it like that. Is that fine? I guess that's fine. Alright. There's our first one. They're kind of crumbly, but maybe it's because I had the wet stuff cooled. But, you know, it's whatever. Doesn't have to be the most beautiful thing in the world, right? Alright, so here's how we're looking. I know what you're thinking, and yeah, these look like little piles of rubble. I think whenever I refrigerated the wet ingredients, something went loopy. But I'm gonna stick these in the oven and see what we get. Put them in for 7 minutes. So I put 18 cookies in the oven. So I unwrapped 18 Hershey Kisses and I cut up 9 marshmallows. You just do it like this. I have these scissors that I just washed. You just cut them right in half. So whenever these cookies come out of the oven, hopefully they're flat. Will they be? I don't know. But we're gonna stick a marshmallow on there and then we're gonna pop them back in the oven a little bit until they get a nice golden brown. And then we're gonna top them with a Hershey's Kiss. All right, so the timer's done. Let's take them out and see how they look. I mean, I don't love how they look. They're still very crumbly, but we're just gonna have to make do. So, I'm gonna take each marshmallow, sticky side down, and I'm just gonna place it right on top of this cookie. It says not to overbake, so I'm not gonna overbake these suckers. Oh, that's the sticky side. They still smell really good, it's just they got a little crumbly on me. That's okay. It doesn't have to be the most beautiful thing in the world, guys. And half the fun of screwing up these recipes is learning for next time. So sure, maybe I'll have to go out and buy some cookies for this party tomorrow, for the cookout, but at least I know for next time. That's all that matters. And if that's the case, then I get to eat all these things. Here's how they look. So whenever I put these back in, I'm just gonna put them back in for about 1 to 2 minutes, just so that the marshmallows will melt. So now the timer is up on the marshmallows. Let's see how they look. They definitely got puffy. Here's a look. See how tall they got? So now I'm just gonna grab my Hershey's Kisses. And I'm just gonna top these suckers. Can you see that? Let me bring you in closer. All right, so there's one. So you're just gonna top it right, nice and easy. Not too bad, huh? Guys, these might turn out all right. So I said earlier about how we didn't have a fire pit, and that is by design. We used to live in a place over in Pittsburgh. It's now Mount Washington, and we had a really great, cool, excellent deck, but we got a little lackadaisical whenever it came to putting out our fire pit. We thought it was out. It looked out. Smoke was going and everything, but we woke up the next morning to a blaze outside our windows. And that was it for our deck. So hopefully that hasn't happened to any of you guys out there. But that's the reason why we no longer have a fire pit. Jeez. So these are done. I'm just gonna let them set here, and then we're gonna try them. There they are. All right, so they're all done. Here is the final product. Look at that. Woohoo. It looks pretty good. I'm kind of pleased with how it turned out. So let's give it a shot. What do you think, huh? Ready? It went everywhere, but it tastes like a s'more. But I haven't even had anything yet. It's really good. I'm taking these tomorrow. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a like, share it with your friends, leave me a comment about your recipe or anything actually, you know, whatever you want. And don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.